Good afternoon, folks. Chief Meteorologist Nick Lilia here, taking a look at the detailed forecast for October 24th of 2019, brought to you by the good folks at Pine Belt Gutters and Remodeling, where we've got chances for some rain as we head through the next couple of days. And, while it does say detailed forecast, we are going to be talking about the tropics as well. We'll start things off with kind of a wide view of what's going on regionally speaking. We've got a cold front back off to our northwest. Yes, that is snow across parts of the Texas Panhandle. In Amarillo, Texas, they had thunder snow today. First time they've had that in a while. In fact, last time I saw and experienced thunder snow, it was in Amarillo, Texas. We actually had some around here. That would have been 2 years ago now that we had some thunder snow and thunder sleet in the area, which is a good metal band name in my opinion. Thunder sleet, but nevertheless, cold front out here. That's going to be sweeping our direction as an area in the tropics also drifts our direction. Yes, an area in the tropics with a 60% chance of development here into the Bay of Campeche. This is actually going to lift off to the north through the next about 48 hours, meet up with that cold front as it's passing our direction. The cold front is going to give it maybe a little bit of some juice in there. So we'll probably get a little bit of extra forcing out of that, which means a little bit of extra rain. And because of that, the forecast over the last about 24 hours has changed just a little bit, and it's kind of bumped up the rain chances across parts of the Gulf Coast as well. So let's get in here, speaking of those rain chances. First thing first, I wanted to start off with the severe weather risk from the SPC. And no, there's not a glitch. No, it's not showing that there's nothing wrong. There is no threat from the SPC right now. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a little marginal risk area, probably south of Highway 26, so from Loosedale over toward Poplarville and points off to the south. That wouldn't surprise me if we get that for tomorrow. But as of right now, the overall risk for severe weather is going to be too isolated to issue any kind of a risk area. Now, that changes for rainfall. We've got a marginal slight risk for flash flooding through the day tomorrow and heavy rain from the WPC. So again, we've been talking about how this is going to be mostly a rain event for Friday, and it's going to be kind of an all-day rain. There's a chance that we pick up somewhere between 3 to 5 inches. I wouldn't be surprised if there are a couple of tallies and spots. Maybe they get up around 6, maybe even approaching 7 inches of rain now. Or again, just 24 hours ago, we were thinking, 1, 2, maybe 3 inches, upwards of 4, maybe approaching 5. With how dry it's been, that's something that we can totally do over the course of 24 to 48 hours. Now, unfortunately, because we're talking about 3 to 5, maybe 6 or 7 inches, we're starting to get into now we're talking about water rising in some of the gullies and some of the ditches, maybe going across the road for a short period of time. You may run into a situation where you actually have to find a different way to get home or to wherever it is that you're going, should you be out traveling during the day on Friday when all of this heavy rain is coming down. So what does it look like on Futurecast? Well, we'll just run this thing through, and you can see that it just kind of parks near us and rolls on by as we head through the day on Friday and into Saturday. It doesn't look as robust on Futurecast right now in terms of the individual showers and thunderstorms, but by the time it's all said and done, we're talking about somewhere between 2 to 3 inches of rain. But I want to kind of highlight some of these areas in here. Again, 4 to 5 to 6 inches of rain. There's going to be little bands in here, and we're still trying to figure out exactly where these are going to be, and we may not know until tomorrow morning, Friday morning, so you may have to check in with Patrick in the morning, or maybe check Rex out into the afternoon to figure out where the corridors of the heaviest rain are going to be. But right now it looks like along those corridors, wherever these rain bands kind of set up, you could pick up 3 to 6 inches of rain, where other places, just generally speaking, we're talking about probably a 2 to 3. So that was the high-res RPM, the lower-res RPM showing, basically the same thing. We can head over to the North American model. That's showing maybe a little more robust numbers back off to the northwest of our area, so a ½ inch to an inch in our southeastern counties, inch to 3 inches, and then 3 to 5 inches as you head off to the north and the east. The GFS down here showing something similar, 2 to 3 to 4 inches across the area. We'll see if I can bend down here far enough and get the, let's see if I can get the European in here. I got to bend over pretty far. We got a new camera system set up in here, so I got to duck down pretty low. 1.5 to 2, maybe 3 inches of rain. So again, across most of the modeling, everybody ends up with at least around an inch of rain. Some folks picking up as much as 2 to 3, 4, maybe even 5 inches, and a few places maybe even more than that. We're going to have an area of low pressure again back off to our northwest with the cold front, as well as some tropical moisture out ahead of it. That's why we end up with so much rain during the day on Friday. Saturday, I think we got lingering showers and thunderstorms across the area. They'll be a little more scattered in nature instead of just kind of an all-day rain, rain for a while, stop, rain for a while, stop, rain for a while, stop, instead of just being an onslaught of rain for most of the day. As we head through the day on Sunday, now we've got to wait for another trough to swing our direction as we head through the day on Tuesday and into Wednesday. That's when we start to get into another better chance for some showers across the area Wednesday, and then lingering into Thursday for your Halloween. So again, if you're making plans to go trick-or-treating, with 20% chance for some showers and maybe even a thunderstorm, and it will be a little bit chillier, particularly when that rain clears on out. So we get a rainy Friday, severe weather unlikely, up to 5 inches of rain possible. And again, there may even be spots that get up around 6 or 7 inches. Hopefully not in our neck of the woods, but somewhere in South Mississippi. We get hit and miss storms during the day on Saturday and perhaps even on Sunday. It's not going to be a washout with those, but they will be kind of here and there. Make sure you have a backup plan. And then we're mild next week with highs hanging out in the 70s. So again, temperature-wise, we're going to pause things for tomorrow morning, right around 60 degrees with showers and thunderstorms already by about 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. And again, this has been shoved back a little bit because originally we were thinking as early as this morning at 9, 10 o'clock when the rain is going to get going. But now we're talking about somewhere around 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, and it kind of just continues all day. Here we are into the afternoon with afternoon highs right around 70 degrees, still pasted with rain. In fact, we can run this thing all the way through Saturday. Notice how things lighten up. It gets a little more spotty here and there, but we'll continue to see showers here and there through the day on Saturday as we top things out in the 70s across the area. So a lot of water headed our direction as we head through the next 48 hours. Thankfully, though, the severe weather threat right now remains limited thanks to a lot of this water coming from an area in the tropics. Invest 97L, I think is what they've dubbed it right now, into the Bay of Campeche in the Gulf of Mexico. So there's a look at your detailed forecast for October 24th of 2019.